Hello, hello, and welcome to Education 101. My name is Dr. Naomi Castro, and I'm your instructor. So I'm so glad you're here. This is a very short opening welcome overview video to get you oriented to the class. Now, the first thing that's the most important for you to understand is this class is 100% online. That means we don't have a certain time that we all meet together in person. We also don't have a certain time to meet together to Zoom. So it's going to be on you to make sure that you keep up with the assignments. And if this is your first online class, don't worry. You can email me, you can message me through Canvas, and we can always set up a Zoom call together. And probably at least once during the semester, I'll see if we can do an in person, totally optional event on campus, which is a nice way to meet each other. Maybe we'll have a potluck. It would be cool. So I want to give you a little bit of an overview of the class in Canvas. If you haven't been able to get onto Canvas, then please send me a message. We'll get you on there. But this is your Canvas landing page. Introduction to the Field of Education. It's got our section number, the dates that we meet. It's only 8 weeks, so it goes by really fast. And this is where I want you to start. I want you to start with the modules. You can also go to the left-hand corner right over there, and there's some modules as well right there. So start here and the modules. And I release a new set of modules every week. So you won't be able to really work too far ahead, but also a lot of students in the past have told me they find that much less overwhelming, just 1 week at a time. So here we have our overview, the welcome, the syllabus overview. There is a syllabus quiz and you get points for it. There's a discussion question, and then we start into some content about standards and then your first assignment. The syllabus quiz is due the very first day of class, which is Valentine's Day, but it's okay if you need to take a few more days to do it, but make sure you get that done. So we're just gonna, so you can always go back to the modules page and click these one at a time, but when you open one, you will also be able to see everything in there, all the links, and then you can just go next and it'll go to the next page. I'm recording this video now, but when it's done, this page is going to look a little bit different because it's going to have this video embedded in it. So this page is, you're going to find out the requirements for the course, the syllabus, the kinds of standards we use in California. Here's the pages in the modules. Here's the assignments, 3 assignments this week. And then here's some resources that might help you out. So this page is my welcome to you. Please go ahead and read it. I talk a little bit about my teaching experience, and I think you'll find it nice. And then there's a picture of me in front of Bruce Lee, not the real Bruce Lee, just a picture. And let's see. And then this is an overview of the syllabus. If this is one of your first college classes ever, I really encourage you to just go through all the material. And, you know, we don't generally use a syllabus in high school, although sometimes we do. Some instructors do. But in college, the syllabus is your guide for the whole class, right? So it's really important to get familiar with the syllabus. So there's some links in here. I want you to take a look at the syllabus itself. And then after you look through the syllabus, you can do the quiz. And then here's a short video that talks a little bit more about what a syllabus is. There's the quiz. You'll go ahead and take that. And then our very first discussion post. I love this discussion post because it's something that everybody has. It's your favorite teacher. We all have a favorite teacher. And so I want you to just read through the prompt. Remembering your favorite teacher. I want you to talk about your favorite teacher in the discussion post. Why'd you like them so much? What did they teach? What grade level? You know, where was the school? And then this is an important question here. Is a favorite teacher the same thing as an effective teacher? Some people would say no, some people would say yes. And I'd like you to explain your response. Now, after you've responded, I want you to, give it a couple of hours, maybe a day, and then go back into the discussion post, and I want you to find two classmates and reply to their posts. It'll make sense how to do that. You press the reply button under their post and then say something thoughtful after having read their post. After that, this is our first big chunk of content. And we talk a lot about standards in education. So please read through this. This talks about what is a standard when we talk about the word standard in education. And then there's a couple of different standards that are things that we're going to engage with, one more than the other. The first is the standards for teachers. So that's the California standards for the teaching profession. And those talk about what teachers do in the classroom. And then I don't want you to confuse the two, but I want you to understand the difference between the California standards for the teaching profession and then the California content standards and Common Core state standards. Those are, we can lump them together, that's okay. Those are standards of what students are to learn. So you'll go into that, you'll see them. There's links to those standards in there. And then there's a little graphic that kind of gives you an idea. Kind of got a little squished. It looks like a blueberry, a giant blueberry and a very small orange squished together. But that gives you an idea. And then you have your very first assignment. This is due on February 20th, but you can do it sooner. And you're going to write a short essay. So you've read a bunch about these different kinds of standards. So then for the short essay, I want you to answer these 4 questions here. Each question should be about a paragraph, right? And this is a little tip here. Sometimes students, like they, when they're first getting to know the class, they're like, I don't know how to write it's obvious. I just have one thing to say about this, it's just, I can say it in a sentence, but that's not really a well-developed essay, right? So if you find it hard getting started, you can use this little formula just to kind of get you going. Make a statement. That would be your answer to the question. Then give an example of your statement. And that could be from a reading, from a video that you saw, from something that your classmates discussed. And then you need to explain how that example supports the statement that you made. It's a little formula. If you're stuck on, you're not really sure what to write, that'll help get you going. And the questions you need to address are, number 1, what is a standard in education? Number 2, what are student standards and what are they supposed to accomplish? What are teacher standards and what are they meant to accomplish? And then the last question is like a synthesis. How should the standards for teachers and the standards for students, how should they work together? And then you submit it directly into Canvas. So you go right up here. Let's see. Oh, the assignment's not open yet, so it won't let me. It'll be in the upper right hand side, like it'll say something like, "Are you ready to submit?" And then the page will open up and you can type directly into it, or you can type on your computer and then copy and paste it into the text editor, or you can upload the file. And if you want to use Google, we'll be using Google a lot, especially in the second class in Education 201. So if you want to use Google, you can do that, and you can either copy the shared link into the text box, or you could just copy the whole essay from Google and then copy it, paste it into the text box, whatever you want. And that's it. We can't do week 2 yet. Oh no, it's not open yet. And so that is your overview. If you have any questions, let me know. And later on in class, we are going to start doing some classroom observations. And so now is a great time to start finding a place to observe. You can do video observations, and I have a whole bunch of videos that you can use, but you'll find this class much more rewarding if you do in-person observations. And so the requirements are, it needs to be a public elementary school. And you would go anywhere from kindergarten up until maybe sixth grade. Sometimes elementary schools might include some of the older grades, or a middle school, or might include some younger grades. Sometimes there's different configurations, but in general, kindergarten through sixth. I know that there's TK, and I know that there's earlier. There's TK, and there's earlier. There's child development. There's preschools. For this class, we do not want you to do TK yet. And we don't want you to do child development. Child development is a completely separate credential. So this class prepares you for the elementary school credential, which is called the multiple subjects credential. So it needs to be a public school. It needs to be traditional elementary grades, anywhere from kindergarten to sixth grade, and then there's some paperwork you'll have to do for that too. But start asking around now. And if you have trouble finding a place, I have a backup. The wonderful folks in Linwood School District have a great program for teacher observation, and you can do some observations there. But you have to use you have to fill out some forms and get some clearances. So start doing that now, and good luck. Have fun, and reach out to me if you need anything.